Imagine a world of immense cold and breathtaking scale. The Pleistocene epoch, beginning over 2 million years ago. Vast glaciers carved continents, and the air was sharp with the scent of pine and frozen earth. Giants roamed woolly mammoths in herds, their calls echoing across the plains. Among them, the saber-toothed tiger, apex predator, silent and deadly, a shadow in the snow. And then, early humans, small, vulnerable, lacking strength or claws, but armed with something new, intelligence. These were Homo habilis and Homo erectus, scattered in family groups, their survival uncertain. They were both hunters and hunted, calculating every risk in a world that could devour them. This is the story of their confrontation, brute strength versus budding intelligence, a battle that would shape the future of life on Earth. The struggle between saber-tooth and human would mark the beginning of our story, a story of innovation, endurance, and the will to survive. The Pleistocene was a land of extremes, endless steppe tundra, herds of giant deer, and woolly rhinoceroses grazing under a relentless cold. Predators stalked these plains, short-faced bears, dire wolves, and above all, the saber-toothed tiger. Every shadow hid danger. Every day was a battle for survival. Winters were brutal, shelter scarce, and the search for warmth as vital as the hunt for food. The saber-tooth, built for ambush, struck with explosive power, its 7-inch canines ending lives in a heartbeat. It was not a tiger as we know it, but a unique beast, a master of stealth and strength. In this frozen kingdom, survival meant constant vigilance and adaptation. The climate, the predators, and the land itself were relentless adversaries. Only the most resourceful, beast or human, could hope to endure. In this world of giants, our ancestors rose, not with strength, but with ingenuity. Homo habilis and Homo erectus became the first true tool makers, striking stones to create sharp edges. Stone tools transformed them from scavengers to hunters, giving them new power over their world. The hand axe and spear became extensions of their will, tools for hunting, defense, and survival. Then came fire, first feared, then harnessed, and finally mastered. Fire brought warmth, cooked food, and safety from predators. Around the fire, humans learned to communicate, plan, and cooperate. Teamwork allowed them to hunt larger prey and defend against threats. The birth of community and strategy became their greatest weapons. This was the foundation of human society, built on innovation, cooperation, and the spark of intelligence. The sun set over the steppe as a clan of Homo erectus tracked a herd of giant elk, hunger driving their every move. Armed with fire-hardened spears and sharpened stones, they prepared a coordinated ambush. But they were not alone. A saber-toothed tiger, hidden in the grass, watched the same prey. The human strategy was simple: drive the elk toward a ravine, where hunters waited in silence. The saber-tooth, patient and powerful, waited for a lone elk to stray. As the humans moved, they disrupted the balance. The tiger sensed competition and grew tense. The elk panicked. A young one stumbled, and both hunters and predator closed in. The stage was set for a collision, human intelligence versus primal power. In the chaos, the boundaries between hunter and hunted blurred. The ancient struggle for survival was about to erupt. The saber-tooth burst from the grass, charging not at the elk, but at the nearest human. The attack was swift and brutal. A young man fell, his scream lost in the chaos. Panic swept the clan, but instinct and loyalty took over. The leader rallied the hunters, spears jabbed, shouts rang out, and the great cat was wounded. The battle became a desperate standoff, humans forming a wall of spears, the tiger snarling, bloodied but unbroken. Both sides hesitated, wary of further injury. With a final roar, the saber-tooth retreated, vanishing into the grass. The humans stood shaken, mourning their fallen, but alive. The cost was high, but they had faced the apex predator and survived. The balance of power had shifted, if only slightly. Night fell, and the clan retreated to their cave, carrying their wounded and their grief. Fear haunted the darkness, but within it, a new idea flickered. The leader coaxed a precious ember to life, feeding it until flames danced at the cave's mouth. Fire became more than warmth. It was a shield against the night and its predators. When glowing eyes appeared at the edge of the light, a burning branch sent them fleeing. Fire was now their guardian, a weapon as much as a tool. Around the flames they found safety, rest, and the courage to plan. The mastery of fire marked a turning point. Humans could now hold the darkness at bay. No longer helpless, they began to shape their environment. The night, once a realm of terror, became a circle of hope. Empowered by fire, the clan's fear gave way to strategy. They studied the saber-tooth, learning its habits and weaknesses. Traps were set, pits along game trails, ambushes in narrow canyons. Fire became an offensive weapon, driving predators where humans wanted them. The hunt was now a coordinated ritual, relying on planning and teamwork. Humans used the tiger's instincts against it, turning fear into a tool. Each victory over the saber-tooth was more than survival. It was a lesson in mastery. Intelligence and cooperation began to outweigh brute strength. The balance of power shifted. Humans were no longer just prey. The age of the hunted was ending. The age of the hunter had begun. The war with saber-tooths was brutal, leaving scars on both sides. Every hunt was dangerous, every loss deeply felt within the clan. Elders bore wounds, physical and emotional, that told of battles survived and comrades lost. The tigers too suffered, wounds from spears, broken teeth, and a world growing more hostile. The struggle forged resilience and innovation in humans, and caution in the great cats. Evolution favored the intelligent, the cooperative, the adaptable. The scars of this conflict shaped both species, driving them toward their destinies. The battle with the saber-tooth was more than survival. It was the crucible of humanity. Outthinking predators drove innovation, sharper tools, mastery of fire, complex communication. These were the seeds of civilization, planted in the harsh soil of the Ice Age. The saber-tooth vanished, but its legacy endures in our instincts and our stories. The fear of the dark, the need for community, the drive to solve problems, all were forged in this ancient struggle. Our ancestors became more than survivors. They became creators, shaping the world to their will. The victory over the titans of the past marked the dawn of humanity. From the shadows of the Ice Age, our story began. A story of courage, ingenuity, and the relentless will to endure.